Yeah, I was thinking about some things about I wanted to add on to the video from yesterday about the turbulence. I know that I have to go back to Denver later this year for a conference. And now that I know about the turbulence, I'm prepared, right? You can prepare for, you know, it's going to happen no matter what. And now my mind is prepared for it. And I know that also my niece and nephew, my nephew and his wife, live in Denver. And I've already promised to go back because she's from Denver. And I want to see Denver through her eyes. I like to go places where people are from and see how what they find interesting. I can always find interesting things in any city, but I want to know it from their lens. So I know I have to go back, and I'll probably be back many times, as long as they live there. So now I'm prepared for that turbulence, and I will be. And I know that maybe going in there will be some turbulence, and I know coming out there will be some, but my mind is now, it's mindset. So now, and also I wanted to point out, one thing that I was reading about when I was researching that turbulence in Denver, because it was like, well, how bad could it be? It was bad for a few minutes. But one thing about turbulence, the worst turbulence probably moves a plane maybe 100 feet vertically. And so think about that. If you have flown, you have been, chances are you've been in some bad turbulence. And I've seen turbulence where people were thrown out of their seats and stuff like that. But that plane, you may think it's like dropped thousands of feet. The most that it's ever going to change its course is 100 feet. What's the message in that? So I think about life. No matter how bad things get, it's, if you face it. I think about, like in the accounting profession, a lot of business owners don't want to look at their numbers because they're like, oh, it's going to be so bad. But number one, it's probably not as bad as you think it is. So learn your numbers in your business. And then once you know a problem, know something is an issue, I teach about, the revenue gap. And, that gap, it looks like a mountain, but it's really, a molehill. And, once you know that gap, you can close it. Once you know a problem is there or is coming, you can forecast to see that it's coming. But once you know it's there, you can do something about it. But as long as you ignore it, you can't do anything about it. So I think about that, like, hard times are going to come, but your mindset will get you through anything. Every time that I doubted myself or doubted something that, was that I was doing, it was about mindset. It wasn't about my ability or my ability to learn how to do it. It was the mindset that I, couldn't do it before I even tried or something like that. But when I changed my mindset about everything that I've encountered, I've accomplished whatever it was that I set out to do. And in hindsight, I realized it wasn't that bad. So that turbulence that you think is world ending, earth shattering right now, trust me, keep flying. It may move you a little bit, but you'll always be able to course correct. So just keep that in mind. And I just wanted to add to that because that's something that I tell myself over and over and over again. if you don't face something, it's always going to be bigger than it actually is. It's always going to appear bigger than it actually is. So again, keep flying, and your mindset is half the battle. See you tomorrow.